Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So if you guys have been watching the channel for any length of time, you know that one of my favorite things to collect is novelizations. And so today, I have a nice big stack of them, a baker's dozen. Technically, one is just a media tie-in and not a novelization, and the other one is not that at all, but it's still movie-related, so I figured I would just show it in this haul today. But either way, a stack of 13 books to go through, and I think you guys, if you like novelizations, you'll probably get a kick out of it. Before we get into this, though, if you guys have a quick second, go ahead and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my movie novelization book haul. So I'll start with my non-novelization, and this is one I picked up at a local fair that we have here every year, and I thought this was just fitting for this video, because this is Roger Ebert's home movie companion, the 1989 edition. Look at him with those stack of VHS tapes. That's just cool. So yeah, I had to grab this one. It's super thick, and it's like 825 reviews from Roger Ebert, which is just awesome. And I will make note, he does give Halloween 4 stars. As it deserves, so that's cool. Last House on the Left, I think, was like 3.5 stars also, which I was really surprised about. But yeah, like, this is just cool. So many different reviews from the legend that is Roger Ebert. So now that I'm looking, yeah, 3.5 stars. I just had to verify. Last House on the Left, 3.5 stars. Like, that's just cool. Anyway, doesn't matter. 825 reviews from Roger Ebert. I just thought the year was pretty cool because it's back in the 80s. You got the VHS tapes. I mean, what's not to love here? So this is a cool one for the collection. This is Roger Ebert's home movie companion, the 1989 edition. The other cool thing about that is that it's not capsule reviews. It is full-length reviews like you would find on his website. And so that's the other reason I wanted to grab that. But anyway, the other one that is not technically a novelization, this one would just be media tie-in. And it's not movie-related, it's video game related. Brute Force Betrayals. So if you guys know, Brute Force is actually an original Xbox game. And this, I believe, is it's the prequel to the video game. And this one is written by Dean Wesley Smith. So this was just cool. I've actually never played Brute Force, and I was such a big Xbox guy when it was new. I love that. I'm still an Xbox guy, but yeah, so this is one I'm really excited to have. I actually got this one from my local used bookstore. I had a bunch of trade-in credits, so I put it towards this. I passed on it a few times just because I decided I didn't need it at that point, but finally I said, you know what, this would be a good time to get this. So yeah, very happy to add Brute Force Betrayals, written by Dean Wesley Smith, into my media tie-in collection. I don't typically buy ex-library books, especially when they're not at the thrift store. Like, if it's a thrift store and I'm paying 50 cents, that's one thing. But when it's at my used bookstore, I'm paying a little bit more, so I don't typically want those. But I made an exception here. This is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So, of course, the least liked Indiana Jones movie, actually the first Indiana Jones movie I ever saw. We watched this one in theaters, and I had a good time with it. Sue me, but I liked it. But anyway, you can see on the side here, ex-library. So that's disappointing, but it is what it is. I was actually thinking about it. I might be able to get this off of here. I might have to mess with that and see if I can get that out. But anyway, this one is written by James Rollins, of course, the novelization for the movie. Like I said, I like the movie, and I know nobody else really does. But yeah, so excited to have this one. I think this may have been the last of the Indiana Jones novelizations that I needed, which was the main reason I wanted to pick it up. So Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, written by James Rollins. Speaking of books that I needed to complete my series, this next one here is Underworld Evolution, and this is written by Greg Cox. So this is another one. I'm fairly certain I have the rest of the Underworld movies in novelization form, but this one always eluded me. So when I came across it, I was super excited. Yeah, just a really fun franchise. Well, I love the first movie. That's the only one I've seen in the franchise, and I really liked it. I have always been intending to pick up the Underworld collection on 4K ever since it released, but I didn't do it. Then it went like, you were unable to buy it off Amazon for a while, and now I just have no idea where it stands. But that's one that is absolutely on my 4K wish list, because I want to check out these films in full on 4K. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is Underworld Evolution, written by Greg Cox. This next one I would consider maybe a similar franchise. We have Blade Trinity, written by Natasha Rhodes. So this is another one. I've seen the first film in this franchise and I really enjoyed it, but I would love to continue on and watch the rest. Now, unlike Underworld though, I don't believe I have any other Blade novelizations in my collection, but that's fine. Of course, I'm not going to pass it up when I see it. Frankly, I don't even remember where I got this one from now at this point, because it's been sitting over there for quite a while, but I didn't notice until just now, like, Jessica Biel is in this, and look at Ryan Reynolds. Oh my God, that's amazing. This has to be, what, like 2005-ish, right? I would imagine. Somewhere in the mid to late 2000s. I don't know. I don't see a year on it. I have to find out now, though, because I'm very curious. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Genuinely just saw, there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre novelization? And that'd be the 2003 version. Well, I guess I'm going to eBay as soon as I'm done filming, because I have to find that. Of course, Freddy vs. Jason, I knew about that one. I have that one, in fact. But anyway, 2004 is when Blade Trinity came out. And that's about as mid-2000s as you can get. Anyway, I'm kind of taken aback by the fact that there's a TCM novelization. That's all I can think about right now. So anyway, let's move on so I can hopefully find that one on eBay for not a ridiculous price when this filming is done. But anyway, Blade Trinity, written by Natasha Rhodes. All right, I couldn't wait. I had to pull it up on my phone here. So I see one, and hopefully you guys are seeing my screen because I'm doing a recording, but there is one edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm assuming the book, because it's the only one that pops up when I search for the book. Everything else is the DVD. Heavyware, budget item, not a single picture, yet they're still asking $253 for it. How utterly ridiculous is that? Anyway, I have to check Amazon afterwards, but I just had to share that with you guys because that is absolutely absurd. All right. Anyway, moving along here. This next one here is a M. Night Shyamalan adaptation, After Earth, written by Peter David. Now, I'm ashamed to say that After Earth is actually a Shyamalan film that I have yet to see, which is ridiculous because I consider Shyamalan one of my favorite directors. Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and Signs, most importantly. I love all of them. And so that's why I always put him up there as one of my favorites. But yeah, After Earth, I still have to see. And I definitely intend to fix that at some point here. But yeah, looking forward to checking out the novelization. I will watch the movie first, but hey, it's cool to have it either way. So this is After Earth, written by Peter David. This next one was super random, but I was really excited to find this. Now, I saw this movie one time and we watched it in theaters when it was brand new. I remember having a good time with it. Mind you, it was quite a long time ago now. I need to revisit it. But either way, Cowboys and Aliens, written by Joan D. Vinge, is in the collection now. Like, how random is it? And look how long this is. Like, that's ridiculous. This is 369 pages for a novelization on Cowboys and Aliens. That is so absurd to me. But anyway, I have to read this because, like I said, I had a really good time with the movie. At least that's what I recall. And so I need to check this out again. I'm so excited to see this one. I think I own this. If it's not on, I think I might own it on Blu-ray because I remember saying to myself, I want to watch that again. But yeah, Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, just a really fun movie. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. This is Cowboys and Aliens, written by Joan D. Vinge. Next up, I was able to find the other Lara Croft Tomb Raider novelization that I needed. This is The Cradle of Life, and this one is written by Dave Stern. So I love it because, I'll show you in the middle here, look at this. We got color pictures in this one as well. So yeah, really happy to have this one. Like I said, I do have the original as well, and so when I came across this one, I was super excited. This is another one that was, relatively speaking, a little bit pricier compared to what I normally pay for a book. Like, this was around $15, which again is not a lot of money, but when you're talking about someone who spends about 50 cents to $2 on a book, this one was notable, which is why I remembered it. But yeah, either way, happy to have this one. This is Lara Croft Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life, written by Dave Stern. Here's another really cool one that I found at a random little bookstore that we went to when we were visiting another city here in Michigan. This is called Red Planet, and this one is written by Peter Tellep. So, of course, the film directed by Anthony Hoffman. I don't think I've seen Red Planet, and I believe I actually own this one, at least on DVD, if nothing else. So, yeah, this is another one I will definitely check out the movie, and then I'll read the novelization. But, yeah, not a terribly long one, unlike Cowboys and Aliens, which is good. But, yeah, just in, like, really great shape, surprisingly good shape for what it is. So yeah, I was very happy to come across this one. This is Red Planet, written by Peter Tellep. Another one that is just super cool to have in the collection, and I feel like somebody may have talked about this in one of my comments on another novelization video, but this is The Abyss. the coolest part about this, I don't even like the movie, if I'm being honest with you. I don't like The Abyss, but it's written by Orson Scott Card, who, whatever you think of him, he's an excellent writer. And so, like, I was so happy to find this one. Another one, honestly, I can't even tell you where I found it at this point, but I know I was I got it from Second and Charles. I do remember, because I was, like, genuinely excited when I saw this one there. But yeah, a James Cameron film that I don't love, but I do want to revisit at some point. I own the DVD. I'm not going to, do the upgrade to 4K, because I think it was maybe recently announced that it is coming to 4K eventually or something. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll watch the DVD again first. Maybe I was in a bad mood when I watched it the first time. I don't know. It was like 10 years ago now. But yeah, either way, I was so excited to find this one. The Abyss, written by Orson Scott Card. Another cool one for the collection. All right, so the last three I'll show together because they're all part of the same series. And these were three more I found at that random bookstore up in Frankenmuth in Michigan, if you know the area. But yeah, these are just some awesome finds. So excited about this. So the first one here is Damien, Omen 2. And this one is written by, well, I can't tell you. I hate when Joseph Howard. They have it in tiny font on the very back under the title. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, then the next one, I grabbed Omen, The Final Conflict, written by Gordon McGill. Unfortunately, it turns out I already have this one in my collection, so I did double dip, but that's totally fine. Because then I also grabbed Omen 4, Armageddon 2000. So it's a pretty interesting series to me because these are novelizations, but the last one here is not a novelization. This is actually a sequel to the book series that they didn't film. And so it takes... Omen 4 came out like a decade after this book came out, and it's not the same thing. This one actually takes place in the future, whereas the others are, kind of in line with wherever they are in whatever year they were released. And so just so unique and interesting, and I got a really good price on these. So these were awesome finds, without a doubt, the highlight of the haul here. Cannot wait to read these. The problem now, though, I still have to have the original. I don't have the original Omen in my collection, which is so ridiculous because I'm sure out of all of them, that's probably the easiest to find, but for whatever reason, I just have not come across it. So yeah, these are the highlights. So excited about these. So we have Omen 2, 3, and 4. Awesome books for the novelization collection. All right, so there is my baker's dozen of new novelizations for the collection, and I love when I get to share with you guys my novelization hauls because I just love finding these things out in the wild. But I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Are you novelization fans? And if so, have you read any of these? Do you recommend any of them? And what do I absolutely need in my collection based on what you're seeing here that I'm interested in? What are must-haves that I need to find? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I will own that one day. Mark my words, I have to get lucky and find it some way, somehow. I'm checking Amazon after I'm done filming to see if I can get any luckier. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on these and anything else down in the comments below. I really do appreciate any and all support down there, so thanks so much for that. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this one, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk books, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.